Hi, this is Farel Dalrymple, and I'm coming at you with 7 new daily drawings in a compilation of time-lapse drawings I've been doing here for a while. I'm over the hump. Seems like it's like halfway through the year, more than halfway through the year now. And yeah, they're all tarot cards this time, and which is cool. I'm hopefully get done with the tarot cards in a couple months now. I think there's like 78, 76, 78, something like that. And yeah, I got I don't know, closing in and getting a third done after this week's worth. But yeah, here the type of brush I use on all these too. I ink all these with a brush rather than switching to a pen, which I do for some of the daily drawings, but all the tarot cards I've been using a brush. It's a Raphaël 8404, and I have it listed in the description, the YouTube description here too, if you want to see how it's spelled and all that stuff. And I used a lot of black on that one, and it's the Dr. Martin's Black Star ink, in case you're wondering, and I think that's also listed on the description. And yeah, I take my time with the drawing. The pencil drawing takes me a while. I don't usually film that. I have before, but I don't know, since these tarot cards are kind of complicated, or at least a little more than just like doing a character, it takes me a little while to plan them out. And sometimes, like this one here, I deviated from the traditional look to it, which it's fairly traditional in the sense it has sort of like the Adam and Eve characters and the angel above them, or God, or whoever that's supposed to be. But I changed the Adam and Eve characters. Instead of them being naked, I changed them to like sort of the astral forms of 2 of my characters, Marcy and Sherwood from Proxima Centauri. And I did kind of a similar thing here too, where it seemed like the traditional tarot, the horse just cut off at the chest, so I just pulled back a little bit, and rather than putting a baby on top of the horse, I put my character Robot Todd, which I've drawn a lot for these daily. Well, not a lot. I've drawn a few times for the daily drawings. But yeah, here I'm doing some ink washes. I kind of switch it up. Sometimes I'll just go straight in with color, and other times I'll just to give certain things that I know I want to have like a gray tone, or like a medium or dark tone to it. I'll take the basically my dirty ink water, and sometimes I'll dense it up a little bit with some ink. But yeah, this next one here is the Chariot, and I struggled with this one a little bit. I was pretty happy with the pencil drawing, but I had to kind of, you'll see kind of towards the end, I'm trying to futz with the guy's face and his crown that he's wearing. It kind of ends up looking like an anime character or something. So I just kind of go in at the end after all is said and done, after the time lapse here. You'll see there's 2 different pictures. I actually had it scanned in, and then I looked at it on the computer, and I was about to post it on the Instagram, and I was like, I just don't like the way that head looks. It just looks weird. So I took it back to the drawing table, and just kind of added some white around the edges, made it a little bigger. And there you can see that's the first version I did. And I don't know if you can tell, his head looks like this weird little small head. And I kind of sort of looks like a beard there or something, but I like that way better. Just like the way the crown looks, and it just looks cooler, I think. This next one is Strength. This is probably of all of them I've done this week anyway. I like this one the best. Just, I don't know if it's because it's simple, or I just like the way the lion looks. So it's kind of weird because in the original tarot, it's like this, similar to this, in that it's like either a really big girl petting him or a very small lion. But it's got like a full mane, so I can't really, I just kind of went with like, okay, it's like a smallish lion and a largish girl, and I guess you can take your pick on what you want. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the way her hair looks and just the sort of simple background, and yeah, I don't know. I like that one. So this next one here is the Magician, and this buddy of mine on Instagram was like, "Hey, you did a portrait of me," I guess because he fancies himself a wizard. But this I did a similar thing to the other ones, the Robot Todd and the Adam and Eve, the lovers one, where I went with the the design of the original, or the traditional tarot, I should say, because I think the original tarots are different or something. I don't know, but the one that's like typically used for this tarot, I went with the same design, but I changed the character to one of my characters. So this guy here, which I've drawn, I think, once or twice for these daily drawings already, but he's the bad guy, I guess, the antagonist in my Robot Todd series, my unfinished Robot Todd series, a thing I started on years 2 ago now, and haven't really made any progress on. But he's fun to draw. I sort of based him off of Mobius kind of looking dude. And I think this is the last one in the batch this week, the Hierophant. And I looked it up when I did the initial drawing, and I forget. I think he's sort of like the male counterpart to the High Priestess, because I don't think they have a card named High Priest. So he's the Hierophant. So I instead of just doing like the look, which looked like a sort of a papal figure in the card. There's a lot of Catholic symbolism in these tarot cards, and the traditional ones anyway. It seemed like to me. I don't know anything about tarot. I've never even had my cards read or anything. But with this one in particular, I decided just to go kind of just in my own direction instead of him being like a Catholic looking dude. I was like, well, maybe he's more of like a pagan nature priest, and so I put these little anthropomorphic male and female figures in the foreground rather than the I don't know if they're just like servants or just I don't know what you call it, but congregation members or something. So that's it for this week. Thanks a lot for looking at this, and I'm going to try to do these once a week, like I said, and check out my Instagram, Farel Dow, and subscribe to my Patreon if you want to get one of these drawings. They're only $20, doing them all year. Thanks.